Welcome to episode 4 of Dooboo Diaries. Today I'm going to talk about puppy blues and what they are, and maybe some tips on kind of how to deal with it, the challenges, and just as well as talk about some things that you can kind of expect when you do have a puppy and go through some challenging times. So what are puppy blues? Puppy blues, from what I've read, is what a lot of first-time puppy owners for sure go through when they experience raising a puppy. And that, because it's so difficult and challenging raising a puppy, they go through this kind of like regret or depression phase where they think, oh my god, what did I get myself into, and like, how am I going to deal with this kind of crazy puppy who's just misbehaving, who's pooping and peeing everywhere, who's biting me all the time, who's whining, who's barky, as well as like a lot of anxiety when certain events happen. So as an example, in one of these previous videos I was showing how we were using butternut squash as kind of like a little topping for these Kong treats, and what had happened is we also gave him a little bit during lunch or whatever, and it was cooked, but that evening Dooboo got like diarrhea for the first time, and as much as it was it's also kind of like a funny incident as well too, because when he had his diarrhea, he farted at the end, and the noise of the fart startled him. I wish I had that on video because it was the cutest thing and the hilarious thing. But in all seriousness, like diarrhea is it's a flag. Like, it's like, oh my, like, what terrible thing did he eat, and do we have to take him to the vet, and what are the things we have to do? So fortunately, we after doing some kind of research online and waiting it out, it only happened that one time. So it was probably the butternut squash, and we've just kind of discontinued now going forward, giving him butternut squash. The one great thing is, and as well as it's kind of a bad thing, is the amount of like resources that are on the internet to kind of like research about when these kind of things happen. And so it's great in a sense that, I'm going to add a little bit more, you can kind of find out, but at the same time there's all this like information that makes it it can increase the amount of anxiety that you have, because it's like, oh, this can happen and this can happen and whatever and that. So you kind of have to take everything with a grain of salt. So I think a lot of people go through these puppy blues, especially when your dog or your puppy is misbehaving, or you just can't figure out how to kind of get it past like a specific kind of training thing, like a potty or other stuff. So what can you do? I think one of the best things that you can do is hopefully talk with another kind of owner who's kind of gone through all this stuff, and also whenever you do have these kind of issues, talk to them as well on how to kind of resolve them. I think the experience that these other owners have will ground you. As well, I mean, you could read online. The resources online are great. But I find and we're fortunate that we have friends that are also puppy owners that have gone through all the challenges that we have, and it's good knowing like some assurance that okay, a lot of the stuff that we're facing is normal. So there are tons of resources online as well too to kind of help you kind of deal with the challenges of your puppy and puppy blues. Another thing is, as well as, it's like, you gotta have buy-in commitment from everybody kind of in your family who's involved with raising the puppy. Oh, incidentally, yogurt is plain yogurt. Don't give your dog any kind of like fruit yogurt or yogurt that has like a lot of sugar and stuff. Apparently, is good to kind of help your puppy settle their stomach. The probiotics in the yogurt are really good. So yes, like hopefully you can reach out to some of your friends who've had puppies, raised puppies before, and talk to them about all the different things that they've faced. There's a Reddit thread that both my wife and I often check out called Puppy 101, and it can be kind of fun reading the different stories and challenges other people have. And there's a lot of threads about puppy blues, and kind of having points of reference, or like sharing, or understanding what other people go through can also kind of help you deal with the puppy blues, and knowing that that your puppy is going to have good days and bad days, and that if you take a look at the long run, hopefully they'll come out of all these little growing issues. I think gaining some perspective that way can also help you kind of condition yourself on dealing with the challenges that you have. So talk with other people, read online, try not to get too anxious, nervous about the bad stuff your puppy's going to do and get into, and take it from there. I'm sure I'm going to talk about this issue going forward, as we've had a lot of little incidences with our little Dooboo that have given us really anxious moments. Until next time.